Today, we're taking a closer look at the Federation of State Beef Councils and its role in building beef demand. Cattleman to Cattleman reporter Brian Baxter has a look at a great event put on by the Washington State Beef Commission that had a positive impact on the local community.
The line of cars kept getting longer in Spokane, Washington as people rolled up to get boxes of food. Before the distribution even began, Washington beef producers were working to put together their share of the donation, ground beef that's highly prized by those in need. The program, supported by the Washington State Beef Commission and the state's beef producers, is called Beef Counts.
Beef Counts means to me that we're, as a Washington beef community, providing safe and nutritious beef to our neighbors in need.
Yeah, so it's a wonderful partnership. Beef Counts, the ranchers, Rosauers, everybody comes together and works really hard to get good nutritious beef into the hands of some really needy people. The folks who have been in line here for like 3 hours, they just love seeing those chubs that they get with the other food that we distribute today. It's a wonderful partnership.
Most of their studies show that the people in need, one thing they don't get in their diet very much is lean protein. So that's where AgriBeef, our beef company, comes in to donate all the beef to it, whether it's ground beef chubs or beef roasts. That's the one thing that's missing in most food banks across America, and that the people in need really desperately need.
So the Beef Counts program is one of AgriBeef's favorite programs to be a part of. It got started about 14 years ago in Idaho. We were donating to the Idaho Food Bank, something that we'd done for years and years, and we were talking with the CEO, Karen Falk, and she let us know that getting high quality protein is one of the hardest things for them at the Idaho Food Bank. And so we thought, being in the cattle industry, being in the beef industry, that's really something that we could be a part of. And so we ended up developing the Beef Counts program with her and the Idaho Beef Council and producers throughout the state. From there, we brought it to Washington.
Washington's beef community has had the Beef Counts program in place since 2010. In that time, more than $1 million have been donated, and more than 2.5 million servings of beef have reached Washington families in need.
So we've got ground beef being distributed today. That's one of the staples that we produce at the Washington beef plant. That enables people to be able to use it in many different recipes, and it's a lot easier from a standpoint of cooking up a meal, easier than roasts and those type things. Ground beef seems to be a bigger hit just because of its ease of use.
At an event like this, mobile markets, we get anywhere from 250 to 350. The Beef Counts one, we have more people show up because they know they're going to get the beef. I'm guessing today we'll serve about 350 families. So that beef is part of a box of food that'll have a lot of produce in it, maybe a nice pie, lots of other nutritious food. So it all works together to give folks a really good handle on some good meals.
I think whenever you are part of a community that can give back, and in such a meaningful way to give food, why wouldn't you? And folks in the beef and ranching communities, they choose to do this. They have a lot of choices in how to give back, and they make a choice to do this and sign up for it. And they don't it's not just about the fact that they're working hard to provide the beef, but then they come out and they hand it out as well, and it creates this full circle that's really special. You don't see that all the time.
KREM-TV2 is one of the partners in the Beef Counts program, using their broadcasts to let their viewers know about Washington beef producers and their efforts to raise quality beef and serve the community.
Hi, I'm Casey. This is my wife, Wendy, and my 4 boys. We cattle ranch here in Ford, Washington.
As local ranchers, we care for our cattle and the environment.
And we care for our neighbors through Beef Counts. Beef Counts is Washington's beef community, united against hunger.
Your St. Helens beef purchase at Rosauers this summer will help provide nutritious beef to families in need, in partnership with Second Harvest.
Buy beef and fight hunger.
So our program runs from Memorial Day to Labor Day every summer. 10 cents of every pound of beef sold at Rosauers goes towards funding or helping fund this organization, this partnership, up to $50,000. In partnership with AgriBeef and the Washington State Beef Commission, the Washington beef community, Creme 2 News, Second Harvest, and so we all work together.
Not everyone in line knows what will go in the food box they receive that day, but when they see ground beef chubs are a part of the donation, there's a nearly universal reaction.
It's overwhelmingly gratitude. People are so thankful. People are just ecstatic. It feels like, it's just gratitude. I don't think I can come up with another word. It's just the fact that, you're getting the variety of food that we're giving them. And let's face it, we've all been in a place of need at some point in our life. So to see the gratitude, the joy, the thankfulness, it touches you.
I have been on beef distributions where people have cried. They're so excited. I'm not overstating. They are so excited to get something that they can give their family that normally they would not be able to afford, and it's just not in their budget, and they can go home and make that, and it is a big deal, especially so many folks with kids as we're starting school, and to be able to go home and feed them something that is healthy and that they can craft a whole dinner out of, it matters.
They give us a very big thank you, and we always remind them, thank us, but we're just kind of the middleman. If it wasn't for the beef producers, we wouldn't be able to do that. As we were talking earlier, there's often kind of an emotional tug-of-war that goes on inside you at these. You see the need, you look at people's faces, they need this food. So that's kind of heartbreaking, but then when you hand them that box of wonderful food with the beef in it, that's heartwarming. So really, it's an emotional tug-of-war, but at the end of the day, you're helping people. I get a little emotional about that part.
As each car is loaded up, Washington's beef community knows that at least on this day, beef is what's for dinner. In Spokane, I'm Brian Baxter reporting for NCBA's Cattleman to Cattleman.